out with me today. As you know, I am the offensive coordinator at KENYON College in Gambier, Ohio. So just a little bit about my background here as I share my screen with you guys. A little bit about my background. So here's all of my contact information if you guys need that. I'm always happy to talk ball, watch some ball. If there's anything I can help with, if you guys want a copy of this presentation, right, please just let me know. Okay. So a little bit about my coaching background. So I'm obviously currently the offensive coordinator here at KENYON. In 2018, 2019, I was the wide receivers coach at McAllister College in St. Paul, Minnesota. Prior to that, I was the wide receivers coach at Truman State University in Missouri. Prior to that, I was a wide receivers at GA at Bemidji State University in Missouri as well, in Minnesota. And then prior to that, I was the defensive backs coach at the University of Wisconsin River Falls. Prior to that, I was the defensive backs coach at St. Noel College. And then, I first got into coaching high school as the varsity wide receivers and DBs coach. And then I was the head JV coach at New Life Academy. And then I played my college ball at the University of Minnesota. So that's kind of, a little bit about me, who I am, where I'm from. So obviously I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I believe is successful, what some of the keys are to a successful offense. So number one, the first thing that I ever learned was to make your system fit your players. Do not try and make your players fit your system, right? So we have to be adaptable enough, have enough resources, enough tools in our shed to make our system fit our players. So, okay, that's always going to be my number one. My number two is do what you do, be who you are, right? Don't let the defense try and dictate, what you do, how you're going to call your game. Believe in what you do, right? Believe in your identity, and the rest will take care of itself. Okay. Number three, obviously simplicity is key. I believe in a very simple offense. I believe that you want to make your offense as easy to understand for your players as possible. And so, that's definitely part of the reason why I was hired, to be able to, bring my offense over here and, help KENYON really turn this program around. Okay. Number four, obviously, prepare with purpose. Make sure that your players have a reason for everything you do, right? So always try and prepare with a purpose. For myself at this really high academic, right, we always get asked the question, well, why are we doing this drill? So you always want to have a reason as to why you're doing something. Okay. Number five, hire good coaches and enable them to be great teachers, right? I don't want to hire a wide receivers coach, running backs coach, quarterback coach, O-line coach that I have to, hold his hand or her hand throughout the process. Make sure that your coaches are good teachers and that you can enable them to really make the position and their group their own. Okay. Number six is obviously be you. And what I mean by that is when I became a play caller, I looked at a lot of the great offensive play callers out there. You know, the Rams with the Saints. Obviously, Oregon, I always go back to LSU, right? Clemson, Minnesota, my team. But the one that really resonated with me was Matt Nagy. And on the bottom of his call sheet, he's the head coach for the Chicago Bears. And on like the bottom of his call sheet, he has BU. And so I have that on the bottom of all of my call sheets as well. So that I just remember, no matter what's happening throughout the game, just trust what got us in this position. So those are really, you know, my keys to a successful offense. All right. Some information here. So myself, our like new head coach, new D coordinator, we took over a program in 2019 that was for their last 26, right? So there you see in 16, 17, and 18, like the records, and then in 2019, we were able to go 3-7. So obviously, you know, you always want to win more games, but I was really happy with that. And then underneath that here, you see the stats. For me, sometimes less is like more. Okay, so obviously we ran 677 total plays versus 750 in 2018, right? They had more yards, average slightly more yards per play, more yards per game. However, we averaged more points per game and more touchdowns. So those last two are the things that I really want to focus on, because you have to obviously score points to win a football game, and you obviously want to score as many touchdowns as you can. So my thing is just, you know, less is sometimes more. So in our offense here, guys, these are our run schemes that we run: inside zone, mid zone, pin and pull, run power, run counter, we run toss, and we also run sweep. Pass schemes, quick game, run drop back, play action, run bootleg, naked, sprints, and screens. We'll obviously talk about those three here today. And then our offensive makeup, you know, we're going to be no huddle, up tempo, hand signal, with a color, like a play call system. All right, so that's kind of who we are. All right, so let's just dive into screens. So with our screen game, I like to call screens at really unconventional, untraditional red time. So I'll call them on 3rd and 1. I'll call them on 1st and 10. I'll call them on 2nd and 2. I definitely like to keep the defense on their toes with kind of how we call things, and you know what I'm gonna like go to next. So our screens are all named after like rappers. So when I was trying to create this offense, our quick game is going to be all cities. Our drop back is going to be all like states. Our sprints are all cars. Our like bootlegs are all trucks. So I was running out of things that I come up with. So my wife was like, "Hey, you should just name them after rappers." So Migos is obviously a popular rap group here with the kids. So this is just your typical wide receiver now screen. And I give our quarterback the ability to like call this, audible to this at any point when we got an off corner and a favorable like matchup. Okay, so that's going to be our first screen. Our second one here is going to be our wide receiver like tunnel or rocket screen. We call this one Kendrick and Lamar. All right, so if we're going to run it to the left, we're calling it Kendrick. If we're going to run it to the right, we're calling it Lamar. So here you see you can really run it with guys running off at the receiver position, you know, or blocking. You're able to run it both ways. All right, and then obviously we've got just your typical wide receiver flare screen, which people on here my age, you know, I'm 32, got Busta, got Rhymes, great rapper. So our guys love this one as well. All right, so we'll dive into like some film here, guys. So obviously here with Busta and with Rhymes, Okay, gonna call this one here on 2nd and 10. Again, like screens aren't always gonna be perfect, right? Calling in advantageous times. O-line, you know, I would like to see them here call the pass a little better. However, that guy's through. Right, guys miss positive yards, and obviously we got a 15 more here for targeting. So again, it doesn't always look pretty, but it's a great way for us to really keep the defense on their toes. Okay, one more time here. So here we've got rhymes. Again, we're going to the right here on this play. Again, running back, flare screen to the right. Quarterback, make sure you're good, okay? Really sell the drop back, okay? Feel it out, behind your back. Make sure you got running back with some good hands. Hard catcher, let's get vertical, okay? Again, not a huge play, but it's 5 yards, and it keeps the defense on their toes, because I called this here on 1st and 10. All right. Next one here. Again, just more rhymes. Okay. Make it out. Get vertical. Not great coverage on this play by our O-line, but again, on P and 10, we'll call it. We'll see how aggressive the defense wants to be. Okay. Here we've got our Kendrick and our rhyme. So our quarterback has an option. What I tell him is to split the field in half, and let's take whichever side has more favorable numbers. So here, yeah, rhymes. Okay, he's gonna flare out right here. Got Kendrick, come back in. Oh, I'm sorry, we're actually H Kendrick here. So he's gonna work out, come back in, and then quarterback will just pick his side, which way he wants to work the ball. Right. So here, okay, that's the boundary. Let's work it. Go get vertical. Again, I give my quarterbacks a lot of freedom to pick the side they want. All right. Here to just give us an even more favorable box, I utilize motion on about 60% of my plays. So here we went a push, right? Running back, flare. Then we're coming here to the tunnel. So here, running back, you're pump, or I'm sorry, quarterback guys, you're pump the boundary. Right? Don't like it. Reverse out. Come back. Let's get vertical. Big time play. Again, not traditional in your normal air raid offenses, but again, we like to do things a little different. And so big time play here for us there. Now, obviously, screens don't always work out, so I definitely wanted to put some of our imperfect plays on here. This on the quarterback, I can't have this. If there's any doubt, tell your quarterback to just throw it at the feet, right? Throw it right at his feet, so there's no opportunity for it to get batted up and picked off. Okay. Obviously here, okay. Again, if our coverage on the perimeter is not great from our wide receivers, okay, we're obviously trying to get out here. So this receiver needs to wall him off, run him off, or block him. One of the two. These guys will pick up him. We should be out the gate. However, if the receiver messes up, right, dead play. Right? And lastly, again, we have to have an O-line that's athletic, and O-line that can get out there and cover to avoid what's going on. But one thing I did towards the end of the year is I would pair up our screens with one of our like drop back concepts. All right, so everything looks the same to the defense. Everything looks like our like drop back concept. However, we added a screen in there. So here, okay, we just hit him on a huge play. Again, free motion on like 60% of our plays. Everything here looks the same. Okay. And again, these guys are out the gate, right? They're thinking drop back, big time play. O-line didn't have any on the block. So again, guys, football is not hard, not complicated. And do what you do, and you'll like the results. All right. So that was our screen game. Again, if you guys have any questions at the end of this, I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have on that. But I can kind of dive into our RPOs now. So one thing with our RPOs is we use your traditional RPOs, and then we also use our quick game concepts as an extension to our RPO game. All right. So I would say 95, 96% of the time I will tag an RPO or a quick game concept onto our like run schemes. Okay. So here, this is why or how we utilize RPOs. So we utilize our RPOs as an extension of our run game system. All right. So as I said, we utilize your typical and your traditional RPOs. We also utilize quick game concept as an addition to our RPO system. The number one thing that as a play call, you have to make sure your quarterback understands is that the quarterbacks must understand why and when to pull and throw, right? We don't add RPOs, we don't add quick game concepts onto run game in order to just say, hey, throw the ball no matter what. There has to be a reason, a set rules, a picture that will come up in order to allow them to, have the understanding about why they need to pull and throw. And then again, O-line must ignore every RPO within the play call. So again, for you O-line guys out there, you guys just have to like shut down after you hear the run call, so that you aren't going right downfield if we do decide to like pass the ball. Okay, so all of our traditional RPOs, okay, are all gonna have fire tags. So our screens were wrappers. RPOs are gonna all be like fire tags. Okay, so to the left here, you got torch. So with torch, that's just gonna be your typical wide receiver, bubble screen RPO. Okay, to the right of that, we've got smoke. Smoke, again, like you saw in screen, smoke is just going to be your typical wide receiver, like tunnel screen as well. All right, so we can utilize either of those in addition to our wide receivers. Our run game. Okay. Our second two, the one we utilize the most in our RPO game is probably the flame. All right, and the reason why I like flame the most is because it's got three true RPO options here for the quarterback. So the quarterback can either throw the hitch, he can throw the bubble, or he can throw divert or the whole shot if he gets covered to the Z. So I like flame. We utilize it a lot in our run game. And then right down here we got burn. So again, with burn, it's going to be your slant bubble. Quarterback can throw the slant in the first window or the second window. Obviously, if the that corner that chases these slant, then you've got the bubble, okay? So those are going to be our typical and our traditional RPO tags. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, we do include our quick game concepts onto our RPO as well. All right, so here, guys, our first RPO, Ithaca and that bomber is going to be our inside zone concept. All right, so we've got inside zone, right, coming this way. Quarterback has this snap. He's going to read this overhang guy. If the overhang winds out, we got the hitch. Okay, if he sits, right, we got the bubble. He'll block. If he comes up to the bubble, he sits, then we got the whole shot. All right, so there it is there. Quarterback here, time's up. Eyes to like the read. Again, he's kind of in that in-between land here. So again, that's going to be quarterback discretion, right? Make sure that he's confident with what he's doing. Ready to throw here. Again, great timing, great speed, upfield for a huge 12-yard play on inside zone. Again here for the quarterback, make sure you hit the ball, eyes go directly to your read. He sits, knows we've got all this room here, right, he can work with, all this room. Make the play, let's get vertical, right, big time play, okay? One other thing that I allow our quarterback to do is I will often tag our RPO with X ghost. All right, so what a ghost route is in our offense is the quarterback will tell this receiver what route he's going to run based on a hand signal. I won't call it because anything could like happen, right? He could be lined up here. He could be outside shade. He could be inside for the corner blitz. He could be coming over for like some cloud coverage, whatever it is. So I want to allow the quarterback the freedom to make this play call. So here we've got inside zone to the right, okay? We've also got wide across, so we seal this edge up here with our tight end, okay? Quarterback, he's the coverage here. With the motion, he came down, so we knew that, hey, we should have this bang post right here, all right? So you see here, this is what he gives him. Right here, that's our hand signal, okay? Eyes to it, right? Does what he wants to bang the post. Big time play, big time play. Again, see the defense, recognize what they're doing. Safety is where we want them to be, right? Quarterback, eyes to your read, okay? Pull and throw. Big time play. All right. Again here, we knew we could take advantage of this corner with our true freshman wide receiver, absolute dog, right? So we gave an ISO route here. I gave him, flood route with the RPO. Again, I utilize motion on 60% of our plays. What does it do? Opens it up. He retreats, okay? Obviously, they're in some type of like zone here, cover 3. That's what we thought. What are we going to do? On the flood, right? Big time route, big time play. Again, utilize these RPOs here as a part extension to your run game. Quarterbacks, right, sees it. He knows that even if he bails, we shouldn't have the leverage there. He's beat. He can't recover. He's out of position, right? Make the play. Big time play. Okay, here, again, we utilize our quick game concepts as well. So here we utilize, right, Sacramento. Sacramento is just going to be our slant concept. Here, we're bomber, inside zone, okay? Or zone, he's back across, okay? Here we go. Lead the box. Overhang sits. Overhang sits. Windows open. Make the throw. Again, or 7 yards on 2nd and 10. Put yourself in an advantageous position here. And we're bomber, inside zone. Overhangs, not sure, okay? You can't recover in time. Make the play. Here again, guys, we're going to be Houston. So Houston is honestly just hitches. Houston's spacing, motion. He's got the arrow. Okay. Again, here we're pin and pull to the boundary. Boundary looks good. He probably could have handed it off. I wouldn't have been too upset, but they vacated. Wide open hitch, right? That's free yardage. 9 yards. All right, some is good, but more is better. Definitely look greedy. In here, okay, read the overhang. Like our numbers, realize they vacate. Easy pitch and catch. 9-yard play. I think here, guys, we're flame. Again, probably my favorite RPO concept. All right, so he's got the vertical, okay? He's got the bubble. He's got the hitch. And then we're Ithaca, the fan, arc release, okay? These guys got these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for 5. Arc release on the 2nd level. Ithaca inside zone to the left. Okay. Here we go. Read it. Snap's not great. Messy mesh. Okay. Utilize the hitch. They don't cover it. We'll keep banging that. We'll keep banging it. Okay. Snap. Off center. You're not sure, right? Don't want to fumble. Maybe he knew he was going to pull this regardless, right? Makes the throw. Make guys miss. Same thing here with the flame. And we're vertical. Or bubble hitch. In. Reading this overhand guy. Okay. He sits. Winds out. We're throwing it right up their butt, right? Big time play on 3rd and 2. 3rd and 1. And we get 6 or 7. Right? Okay. Now, again, we also utilize just normal pass concepts. Here, we got a huge off corner. I mean, he's, what, almost 10 yards off? So we're throwing this hitch every single time, right? No one's coming out. They've got inside zone called. But, again, off corner, let's take free yardage. Hitch for like 7 yards. We'll take that every time. Always, right, take what the defense gives us. All right, so here, running power. And 2nd and 1, we're flame, hitch, bubble vert, okay? One more time. Again, if they keep giving you this hitch, guys, keep throwing it. Eventually, we'll be able to pump this, then we're out to shoot. We're flame and go. First down. Football's not complicated, right? Pretty simple, okay? Ottawa here, another one of our quick game concepts. Ottawa is going to be your hitch, okay? Speed out. Hitch, speed out. So, ball's got to be on time. He took the outside receiver, right, a little risky. Pressure in the face, make the throw. Got us into a 3rd and 5. Pretty good play by him. Here, actually he sees we're getting pressure. Mid zone's going to be not great here. obviously, so let's pull it, let's throw it, get you that quarterback that will hang in here, make these throws for your team. Big time play for us. Again here, motion, Houston spacing, not great. So obviously here we put these on. There's times where you want to hand the ball off. Yeah, we're killing them on our RPOs, but there's times where you just got to hand the ball off. So here, even though the picture is not great, it's blocked up relatively well. If we're hitting it here, he's sealed, inside zone left, right? Let's get up there and give your guy the chance to make a play for us too, right? Running back's working hard. And here, we're going to be open, motion to really Tom off, we call it, okay? Then we're counter, split, okay? Then we're Fresno. Likes the out, easy play, right? Out the corner here we see, out the corner, okay, we're throwing away from that. Easy pitch and catch there for a first down. So again, guys, continue to use your traditional RPOs. That's great, but feel free to add some of your own game concepts onto this as well. Here again, little ISO like route up top with inside zone. 3 yardage on the out, right? 3-5 yards, we'll take it every time. Now, there's obviously opportunities where we're less than perfect. So here, even though we're killing them on it, right, the timing's not right. He didn't have the laces. Mesh isn't great, what have you, right? So, again, sometimes you have to trust your running back to make a play. Here you can tell he didn't have the laces. Which leads to imperfection, right? Not great. So again, just be sure with what you're doing. Here again, got flame called. Why throw it here? There's so much right going on here. All right, so there again, your quarterback has to understand the how, the why, the when to hand the ball off, right? This is an opportunity. Messy picture. My safety coming down into the box, hand the ball off, live to die another day, okay? Here again with just more of our quick game and not great, making the play for 1 yard. Might as well just hand the ball off. All right. So that's a lot of our RPO game. There's obviously some bad plays in here, but I wanted to make sure we had time for our naked series. So our naked series was something that we created when I got here. I was kind of here before I got here, but we put our intricacies into this as well. So our naked series are going to be all tools, okay? The thing with naked series and why they call it naked is because your quarterback, once he boots out, he's got no protection. He's naked, right? So you have hammer, you got nail, screwdriver, and you got wrench. So those are going to be our tools that we use. So why this is in green here with hammer. So our quarterback has an ISO out here, one-on-one. He will decide either pre-snap or directly after if he likes this route. If he likes it, we'll bang it right away. If not, he's going to reverse out. Okay, we've got a 14-yard comeback. We've got a check down here. the tight end, blocking that release, and then we got a over route by our number 2. So that's going to be your hammer, okay? Here with nail, the only thing that changes is the ISO-like route. So prior here at the slant or the 5-yard in, here we got the hitch, okay? Screwdriver changes up into a 3-by-1 concept. So we'll bang the hitch. If not, reverse out. Got the block release here, the flood route, and then the post corner by number 1. So that's going to be your screwdriver. And then wrench is something that we run out of our 12 personnel formation. All right. So here we got 2 tight ends. Towards the end of the year, I ran this with a larger receiver. Okay. 5-yard in here, you like it, that's great, let's bang it. If not, reverse out, over, got the corner, got the check release, okay? So those are gonna be the 4 tools that we utilize here. So here, we got nail. So then with nail, again, is gonna be our 5-yard in, okay? He's blocking back, okay? Now come back, over. We're selling, we like it, let's bang it. If not, reverse out. Then we're obviously going, you guys can switch up your progression if you want. We're really going, 1 to 2 to 3 is our progression on this, okay? So here, up the top, we got the in. Okay, I like the matchup up top. Punch, press, throw. We got the hitch. Punch, press, throw. With your quarterback. Make time play. First down. Again, this footwork, guys, with your quarterback is key. This ball has to be out quick. Get hit. Get the ball right. You got punch. Got press and throw. We work this drill every day in practice for situations like this. Again, let's say he didn't like it, okay? He's coming over. He's got the comeback. He's down, and he's out, right? That's what we got going on there, okay? Up top here, right, we got nail. Again, big time, hey, we like it. Off corner, free yardage, right? Free 6 yards, we'll take that every time. And then again, if he didn't like it, right? We're selling it. He's out, right? Got the comeback. You got the over. Again here, quarterback technique. Punch, press, throw. Hopefully your running back can be a little more solid than this, okay? Punch, press, throw. Hit the ball out, all right? Here, got nail. Again, one thing we did, guys, again, I motion on 60% of our plays, so we will continue to motion to obviously we give the defense a lot different look here. So here, your motion, H creep, okay? Concept the same, right? Hitch route here, we like it. Let's bang it for some free yards. Hitch, make the play. Again, let's say we don't like it, okay? He's over, got the comeback. Out, reverse out, and we're good to go. Again, footwork here for everybody here is key, okay? Footwork, punch, press, throw. Now, obviously, my quarterback here is a senior, Merkel. he's now going to be a offensive like GA for the Stanford University of Stanford. So he obviously knew really well what he was doing. Big time play there by him. Okay. Again, right, give them something different. So previously we aligned our H outside, right? We creep in, okay? Here, right, same play, right? But give them a different look. They stack them, they motion, H creep, come back, okay? Over there. Again, free yardage. Don't overthink what you're doing. We're going to like continue to utilize these concepts here as a part of our, air raid system. All right, so here finally, let's say we don't like this matchup. Right here, hitch, out, whatever it is, outside leverage, overhang is apex. Okay, they're really playing diamond, right, on these two. Not a great matchup right here. So we know we're either coming to the comeback, right, the check down, or the over. So again, quarterback, punch, that's fake, right, reverse out. There's your freedom. There's your safety. Again, not meant to be huge yardage, but right, 4 or 5 yards per clip. Again, make sure your tight end really sells this, right? Really sells it, allows him to get out. After he dips, running back will pick him up or pick up anybody else here in the hole, okay? Come back, whatever it is, nice play there. Again, but nothing with your quarterbacks, right? Fundamentals really changed. Footwork's all the same. There's your punch. There's your press, okay? And then your throw just really turns into the fake, okay? Reverse out. Obviously, you have to be aware that something could be here in your face. If that happens, all right, say a prayer. It's happened to all of us, but we got pretty lucky on our tools this past year where every time we reversed out, it was a pretty clean picture, all right? So here again, right, we're nail. Again, hitch here, not great. This dude was an absolute dog. Here they're, again, kind of playing diamond, right, on these two. So quarterback, work your technique. There's your punch, okay? There's your press. There's your throw fake, reverse out. There's your safety. Nice play by our tight end here. Big time play. Again, my quarterback will like to open up the series with these. So you see we're P and 10 here. Quarterback like to open up the series with these to kind of help get him in like rhythm throwing the ball. So we didn't use it every series. However, more often than like not, we're going to utilize these tools to really kind of get the quarterback in the flow of things. All right. So one more time. Route up top's not there. Reverse out. There you go. All right. Here again, we got hammer. Again, matchup's not great. Matchup's not great. You throw it anyways. Okay. Very lucky. Again, this is a long throw. We're opposite hash to opposite like numbers, right? So you got to be confident he can make this throw. He puts it exactly where the DB right wants it. So we got very lucky. So I put this on here was, even though it's a completion, you know, the picture is not great. Now, if your quarterback has the confidence in his arm to make this throw, which obviously my quarterback did, that's great. But, you know, he's got to be sure on the coverage. One more time. Here, the footwork does not change. Punch, press, throw. Routes don't change. Make the play. Okay. Over time here, hammer. All right, wet ball. Reverse out. Okay. There's your tight end. Might have had the comeback a little sooner. Might have had the end route here initially. Okay. But again, the object is to not gain huge yards on this series, right? We want 4 or 5 yards at a time. And if we're only like getting like 2 yards on this, then, you know, we're doing something like wrong offensively with how we're blocking it, route, something like that. Okay. Up next, we got screwdriver, right? So screwdriver, again, ISO route here, up top, our tight end, our block release. Okay, here we're flood, here we're post corner. All right, so everything, you know, pretty much remains the same. Okay, we like the matchup up top. We like it. Punch, press, throw to the hitch. Now he ran this hitch extremely short, extremely short. So we're only like getting right 4 yards, 3 yards. So I'm not super happy with this result. However, I get why he took it, but I think that our matchups over here were probably more favorable to where we can high-low this guy with the post corner or the flood. So again, it's just gonna all be about repetitions. Make sure that you and your quarterback are seeing the same thing. Okay. Again, you like the matchup. Punch, press, throw. Risky. Got the completion. Screwdriver here again. Again, post corner. Flood. Knock release. ISO route. Okay. ISO route. Speed out like this one. So here they checked it. Obviously, a ISO speed out is not in the install. The quarterback hand signal speed out like to him, worked out. I'm not going to like bitch up about a 6 yard completion, so we'll take it. So if your quarterback is that experienced enough with your offense, right, allow him the freedom to be able to make those plays. This corner's toast. He's out here dancing, right? Big time play. Screwdriver here one more time. ISO route with the hitch. All right, we like it. Again, quarterback picture is not great. Got the safeties coming up. He's coming out. He's bailing. So they're playing some type of cover 3 insert, right? It's risky, but put something on it if you're the quarterback. All right, punch, press, throw. Punch, press, throw. Big time play. Now, here, again, I put some of our negative plays on here. So here, kind of penalty. Not great. Not beautiful. We're living in imperfect like world. So here again, screwdriver. Didn't throw the hitch for some reason. It gets out. He drops it, right? Not great at all. Okay, we live in an imperfect world, so make sure that even though your tight end, he doesn't have a like super deep route, right? Not a like super like challenging route. He's still the number one read on this series, so he has to be engaged and aware that he's going to have to run away from contact after he catches the ball. My tight end here didn't do that. I kind of lazy. Thought he was good. Hits both hands. Not great. Not great at all. All right. Lastly here, we got wrench. All right. So wrench, we run out of a really 12 personnel. Here we're technically 11 with our Z receiver. All right. So here with wrench, we utilized a ISO like route here. Okay. He's got the over and then typically we're there. So, but again, ISO route not there, not great. We didn't run wrench probably as much as we should have, during the week to be great at it, be proficient at it. However, it's definitely a valuable like concept that allows you to utilize, your big guys here a little more. And then last thing here, we got hammer. So with this, guys, I put this on here because, again, like I will always preach, make sure that your quarterback is pretty confident with where he's putting the ball. So here we like the hitch up top with hammer. He thought he had it. Pretty easy, right? Nope, not great. And instead of like batting it down, right, he tries to catch it, which he does, and then slides. Well, if you want to have a heart attack as a play caller, I call this play into a blitzing right DN. Have your right tackle get beat here real quick, and then on top of all that, have your quarterback throw it right into him. Okay, might have been a pick six. We got relatively lucky that we were able to punt the ball out of this situation. So here you can see I'm not thrilled with this result at all. Not happy with it. But again, I give my quarterback as much freedom as I can. You want him to know you trust you. You want him to know that you believe in what he's doing. And hopefully you guys are on this same page with every play call you're making. So once again, guys, here's my contact information. If you have any questions, want this presentation, whatever it is, I'm happy to, share that with you guys. And then if you guys had any questions regarding anything you saw here today, I'd be happy to answer some questions. There's a couple questions here in the chat. So I didn't show any clips of the run combined with the screen, like the bubble or the now screen. We didn't. I call that in a game. I never flat out. I called Migos. Our quarterback had the option to audible to it at any point in time. We just never got to it. So I didn't want to, pull up like film of like somebody else running it. We ran it obviously in like practice a couple of times. So I'd be happy to share that film with you guys if that is like something you would like. How do we handle pre-snap RPOs to the run side? Do you give your wide receivers and quarterbacks for different options they have to read, or do you call them? So we signify every, who is the read guy, who's the key guy with each run play that we call. All right. With the RPOs that we call, he knows, hey, I'm reading this guy, right? If he dives in, we're throwing the ball. If he sifts out, we're going to hand it off. If it's kind of in between, that's going to be left up to the quarterback. So there's that. Part two, let's say I call, inside zone, right, with flame attached. If my quarterback feels like there's a different RPO that will get us into a better position on that run side, he has the freedom to audible us into whatever RPO he deems appropriate. Now, obviously, I only did that because I had a 4-year starter at quarterback, super high IQ, probably the smartest football player I've ever been around. So I gave him the opportunity to audible us into any RPO, any run game, that he feels would be more appropriate. So we did that all with hand signals, which is yelling out the name, and we changed it up so that the defense wouldn't know what we're checking to each time. So it looks like my QB, decided to throw the ball versus even boxes. Are you fine with that? I would prefer to hand off the zone rather than to throw the ball for a 5-yard hitch. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's, to each their own. I didn't concern my quarterback with, hey, you've got an even box here, hand the ball off, odd box, let's throw it. I specifically told him to look at the matchups, look at who we got running these routes, look at the overhang, whatever, right, and make your decision off that. I totally get how some play callers want to be as cut and as dry as, hey, even box, hand it off, odd boxes, throw it. You're perfectly okay to do it that way. However, I like doing it our way. That's how I was taught. Are you gonna hit 5 yards on that zone? We got 5 yards with the hitch. I truly believe it is easier to complete a 5-yard hitch than have a 5-yard run. So we're always going to take what the defense gives us. So if the defense is giving us a free 5-yard hitch, we're going to take it, because 5 yards every play will get you a touchdown, right? So I'm always going to allow my quarterbacks to take those 5-yard hitches or the 5-yard speed outs, whatever it might be. So it looks like that was all of the questions. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I wanted to thank Coach for the opportunity to present with you guys today. And then again, if you have any questions, my contact information is in the presentation, and obviously on the Twitter as well. But thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, Coach, thank you very much for the insight you presented to us, and I really liked how you showed us your philosophy on offense to take the easy pitch, and I think that's sometimes an issue some play callers have, who get bored with all the 5-yard hitches and want to throw the deep ball and then get picked off. And I think that was a really good insight how you fit all the screens, RPOs, and naked game together. So thank you very much, Coach.
Yeah, thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day, Coach.
Yeah, you as well. Have a good day. Yeah, be safe.
Yeah, you too. Goodbye.